and like figure out, all right, where like which colleges are actually feasible, where do I want to go, what I want to do in life, and like it's more than just about racking up offers and like actually figuring out like what you want to do and where you want to go with those offers and like what school is best for you at the end of the day.
Okay. And how about you, Chad?
I'm still in the stage where it's like it's fun. You're getting a bunch of them, and then because I'm a 2020 guy, I have an extra season, so I'll have to sit down and think about which ones I'd actually want to go to as well.
Okay. So when you guys are going through this process, because many athletes may not have the options that you guys have, what are some of the things that you and your family look at when considering a school, especially when you have multiple great offers on the table? What are some of the things that you guys have talked about as far as what would make you choose that particular school?
For me, I know one is definitely education, like where do they stand in like a graduation rate, also like support, like helping you with like if you need a tutor, stuff like that, and then like degree match, do they have what you want to do, and then definitely like coach philosophy, like do you fit in their program, what do they see you doing, where do you want to play, and like do you see them being an option for you like in the years, like not just being on the team but actually playing and having a role on the football team.
Right. How about you, Chad?
A lot of what Jason said, and then also how well you like the coaches, and at the end of the day, if you would want to spend 4 years of your life there.
Right. That's a very important point, because I've worked with Jordan Davis, and Jordan chose to go to A&M, and I think if he would have looked at the fact that they didn't use their tight ends often, he may have not chosen to go to Texas A&M and went to Florida State, where they use their tight ends quite often. But distance also has a big part in what makes you guys decide what school. I know Jason has a lot of offers. How many offers do you have right now, or have you just committed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that's in Chicago, so
Yes, sir, it is.
it's cold up there.
It is, yes, sir.
So are you ready for that cold? Since you're from Texas and we have, a lot of humidity, a lot of heat. Are you ready for that type of weather?
It's definitely going to be an adjustment, but I feel like after like a few months, you get used to things. It's like it becomes like just another part. Like, okay, you got a jacket, so.
Okay, we'll see. How about you? What narrowing everything down? How you feel if you have to go away from your family?
I mean, I'll have to take visits to see the actual distance, not just hear about the distance. You can actually see the travel time, and then once I go through visits, then I'll be able to see. Definitely 6-hour plane away would be kind of far.
Yeah. And I'm sure your mom and your dad would want to come and see some games, actually, and not just watch it on TV, right?
Yeah, and they wouldn't want to have to travel back and forth every single weekend.
Right. Okay. One of the questions, when you're having a lot of offers, people, they don't see the work that you put into it. What inspired you guys to say, I can play at the next level? I think a lot of times these kids start getting offers and they lose sight of, just being a kid, being a 16, 17-year-old kid. What inspires you?
I think our coaches at my school, at least, do a good job, especially during the football class, and then getting you there after school as well.
Okay.
Yeah, just like, friends and family, like encouraging me, telling me like, because it's one thing when somebody says, oh, you can make it, but you have like multiple people like telling you, trainers, football coaches, family, friends, saying you can make it. You just want to work for that goal and push harder, because you like look at yourself, you're like, yeah, I could get there if I just work. So it's just really working hard,
Okay. And you and both of you guys have proven that, with hard work, you can get there. But I want to make sure that you understand that the work has just begun. Like, a lot of kids don't understand that when you sign a 4-year agreement with the university is only actually for 1 year. You can be, sent home making, bad decisions. And I have never heard anything negative. I've been working with Jason since you were probably 5th grade, 4th grade or something. So I know you, I know your family and everything. But that is something that a lot of athletes I've seen get in a little trouble, and then they end up not being able to attend the schools that they have on the table. Yeah. So I've never heard anything negative about any one of you guys. Another question. How do you guys overcome, personal challenges that happen in your life and it still keeps you motivated to go and perform at a high level?
I don't think I've had any too big of personal challenge, but I mean, just loving football will keep you going out there. And I mean, if you don't like it, then you won't be able to do well at it.
You won't make it, right?
Yeah, for me, it's just like, it's more of like a switch thing. So like, if I have challenges off the field, when I step on the field, I kind of like tune those things out, or I use them to kind of make me better and push me on the field to like just want to do better. So I mean, you can use them to drive you, but if you don't do that, just like kind of block them out, because you want to separate your personal life from like a game. You don't want to like mix match those too much.
Okay. What's you guys' daily routine like? You see all the offers, but I don't think people are aware of the fact that every day it's a grind. It's you working toward those goals that you've set. What's your daily routine like?
It'll depend on the season, but it'll be school to football class. Football class could be anything. You find out when you get there. Then back to school, and then after school, if it's football season, then we'll go straight outside. If it's off season, then I'll be lifting for 45 minutes, an hour, and then if it's track season, I'll be lifting for 30 minutes, then go in and throwing shot put.
Okay. And how about you, Justin?
I'm gonna do the summer. So in the summer, it'll be 7 a.m. workout to 9. Then you go home, eat, take a shower, and then work out again with Coach. I usually work out again with Coach Reggie, like 3 or 4. Go home, take a shower, stuff. Then I go back to the gym at like 6 or 7, like get a workout in and stuff like that. So
okay,
it's a lot. I mean, people don't realize what you do, but you just gotta stay focused on you.
Right. Definitely. It is a grind. When you're trying to make it to the next level, there's always people trying to get to that next level as well. So one question I always ask kids: why are you different? What makes you different from hundreds of thousands of other athletes that are striving to do the exact same thing that you are? So what makes Chad or Jason different from, kids in Houston, Dallas, Louisiana, Florida? What makes you guys different?
I mean, I'd say not only do we spend more time working out and studying and all that, but then also on the field, I think for both of us, we play more violent and faster and harder than the people next to us, and we're going out there every single play.
Okay.
Yeah, it can also be like your mindset. So like when you step on the field, like a certain mindset you have to have. So like you're basically the guy lined up in front of you. Like you gotta do what you gotta do to get past to do better than him, basically. So I say for me, my mindset, because you have to be able to know how to turn it off and on when you step on and off the field. And like I'm a relaxed guy off the field, but when I'm on the field, it's a whole different story. So I say my mindset and like how I know how to turn that switch on and off, basically.
Okay. Definitely. That's one of the key things that I always use is the light switch. The light switch, when you're on the field, it comes on. You're a totally different person when the switch is on than you are when the switch is off. And in order to make it to the next level and to play at a high level, if you don't have the switch, you're not going to make it. Most guys that I played with in the NFL, that was a switch, and you had to have it because it's dog eat dog, and your lifeline is really on the line because this is your career now. So that's good. I know you guys have a lot of offers, and I know you chose, to go. You've already chose a school that you're going to go to, but was it more based on the academic side, or was it based on the athletic side that you chose that particular school?
For me, it was really based off of like an equal amount of both. So I wanted to go to a place where I could get a great education and do things with my like degree after college. And I also wanted to go to a place where like they play great football and I could do well on the field and I have a chance to, ball out on the field also. So like Northwestern for me, that was like the best of both worlds because you're getting a top tier education and you're playing in the Big Ten, which is a really good conference. So.
How about you, Chad?
When I do make the decision, it'll also be both. It'll be how I fit into the system, and then how the system can fit into my life as well, and academics and football, the mix of both.
Definitely. Academics is definitely, I always try to stress to you guys, student athlete first. And when you understand that, when you go to college, and if you, hopefully both of you get an opportunity to play, go to college, have a great career, and get the opportunity to play at the next level, you'll understand better that that student part was probably the most important part. Because many of us, we go to school, we get, we play a sport, and for many, it's about the sport.
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like athletes, they only think about the next 4 years of their life, really. Okay, so if you play football in college 4 years, even 3 years, you leave early, you go to the NFL. Even if you go in the NFL for like 10, 15 years, you're still going to have to eventually get out. And hopefully you have enough money to live without having to work here. But if you don't, you're going to have to use your degree. And if you get a degree where you can't really do anything with it, then you're kind of stuck. So I just want to be in a situation to where if I do be able to make it to the league, and even if I don't, with my degree, I'll be able to pretty much be set for life. I'll be able to make good money.
Okay, that's good. That's smart. I like that. Are you guys vocal leaders, or are you more about, I'm going to show up, I'm going to do my job, I'm going to do what I need to do? Are you that type of leader, or are you a vocal leader?
Well, for me, usually, I used to be a leader who would just like lead by example, but this spring ball, my coach has been like talking to me just about working more on being like a vocal leader, not only somebody who like does what he needs to do, but like encourages other guys and just like tells guys when to get in line and stuff like that. So like this spring ball, I've been working a lot on my like vocal skills and stuff. So I've been starting to become more of a vocal leader and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, this last season I would just show up and do what I needed to do and lead by example. And then this spring ball, being the only offensive lineman that we're gonna have from last season that's played in a varsity game, I've had to tell them all the calls and make calls and be a lot louder than I used to have to be, because I used to play with 30 people, or all 4 of the other offensive linemen had started in a varsity game before, and then this season it'll be different.
So this year you're the guy, right? Okay. And when did you know that you had what it took to make it to the next level? Sometimes some kids find out late, some find out early. They know that, early on, they know that they have what it takes, and then some, it takes a little longer. When did you know?
For me, I'd always knew I wanted to play in college since like 8th grade, 7th. Since middle school, basically, I always knew I wanted to play college football. But like when I really started seeing it was probably like 9th, 10th grade. Like I was looking at the guys who were getting offers and stuff, and I was like, that could be me. Like I'm just as good as them. All I got to do is keep working, and I'll eventually get there. So really, like probably 9th, 10th grade, probably 9th grade, I really started realizing that, like, yeah, that could be me in a year or two. So.
Okay, how about you, Chad?
I probably noticed that after my sophomore season. So I went a couple months since the season ended and nothing happened. I would just watch my film, watch other people's film, and like Jason said, like I think my film is on the same level, if not better, than a lot of those people that are getting offers. And then Colorado came in with the first one, and then at that point, you know that it's possible. So
Colorado was your very first offer, and TCU was yours. I remember.
It was Texas State.
Texas State, and then okay. You were here one night, and somebody called. I remember. That's good. So let me ask you guys, what would you tell your younger self you know, based off of what you're dealing with now, what would you tell your younger self about this whole process, about, you know, the work that you've put in and your future? You know, what would you tell your younger self?
To my younger self, probably just keep working, don't get lazy, you know. You may not see it, but it's gonna happen, and just keep working and be confident in yourself, you know. People are gonna tell you this and that about yourself, what you can and can't do, but like in yourself, you have to basically know that I'll be able to do it no matter what. So it's a confidence level too, and then it's a grit thing, you know. It's not gonna be easy, but just keep working. Coach Reggie get you right.
I'd say keep going after school, put in all the time that you can, and just, if nothing happens, just keep going and just wait till it does, because if you keep going and you make yourself the best that you can, then it will.
It's rare that I ever see someone put in the hours, dedicate themselves to anything, not just this, but dedicate themselves to anything and not have the results that they look for.
Exactly.
The people who quit and give up on themselves, and like you mentioned, listen to everyone over here on the sideline talking because they couldn't make it.
Exactly.
Those are the ones that don't succeed and don't make it. And this is just not sports, it's life. You know, we always gonna have people who don't believe in our vision or what our athletic abilities or our intellectual abilities are, but we can't listen to that. We have to be surrounded by positive people who bring positivity to us and makes us see that we are, you know, able to, whatever we dream, we can accomplish it for sure. So that's good that both of you guys have those views. Let me ask you this: what are your college expectations? Are you looking to go in and maybe sit out a year, red shirt, or do you want to go in and be the starter? What are your expectations?
I would be open to sitting the first year out. I mean, whatever the college needs you to do, but then at some point, you got to be the starter. You got to play, and then obviously do the best you can there.
Okay.
I mean, everybody wants to play, but if the college thinks you need to sit out for a year, then you take that time just to, I guess, get better and improve, and you come work for the start position. But I mean, everybody wants to come in and play, so probably come in and fight for a starting position.
Okay, last question. This is probably the biggest question that I've asked. Who wins, Springs or Creek? Battle of 518. Who got?
Oh, that Springs all the way.
This season,
Springs all the way. That's not even a question. I don't even got to say nothing else.
our offense will put up points on them.
Okay.
I think our defense will shut them down quite a bit, more than last season.
Nah.
Okay. And Shay's not here. Who won the district last year?
We did.
Okay, Springs won, but Clear Lake went the deepest in the playoffs, and Shay's not here with us. So out of you're saying, of course, everybody's saying that their team is going to win. Who's going to make it the deepest in the playoffs this year? You got to claim it now, so it happens
We are.
in the fall.
Springs is making it the deepest. Called it.
Our team, we got a lot of young guys. I think this year we'll have a successful season, but then, I mean, this is going off that question, but the next season we will go the deepest.
Okay. And
Coach
here we
Daly,
go.
Coach Daly gonna have us prepared. We're gonna be good. So, you know, we're gonna go the deepest in the playoffs.
Tell Chad me. Oh, somebody said. Pete and Hunter said hi, please.
What's up, Pete? What's
Bryce
up, Hunter?
Bohr.
Some teammates.
Okay. All right, guys. Hey, I really appreciate you guys taking out your time. You know, I think having this kind of dialogue really helps younger players more than anything, because they see your stature and they see your size, but they have to also see the hard work, and not just on the football field or the practice field, but what you guys do in the classroom. You have to see that from every athlete, from my, from how I view everything. You have to be a complete package. And I think a lot of the coaches, when they see you guys and know that you're putting in work on and off the field, it just makes you guys more appealing to them. Okay? All right, we got one more question from okay. Bryce Borer says Creek is going to state.
I think we go to state with his help. He's a good player.
Don't lie to him.
He'll get.
Oh, my man Chris Wislow. I got to shout out my man Chris. Chris has been putting in some work. He's really made a lot of improvement too. I got to shout out to my man Chris.
We'll throw it deep to Chris after I block Jason from getting this.
Okay. Yeah, who? That's a great question. Who wins out of you two? Since you're DN sometimes and you're the tackle, who wins?
I think last season was almost a dead tie. I think this season it'll be in favor of me.
Okay, all right.
I think I got this one personally. But, I don't like to do the topic. So
all right. Hey guys, I appreciate you guys. I'm sure your words will help some younger kid. And make sure you guys go back to your middle schools and talk to those kids, man. We are in a state of crisis, with some of the younger people, and they really need encouragement from you guys, going back to school and talking and encourage them to be able to look up to you. I take a lot of my athletes to schools with me so they can talk to other kids. I think it really helps, and we are in great need of that. So make sure you guys are doing that as well. All right, so we're going to sign off, but it's been great talking with you guys.